Hi guys, this is my MTB ST100 from Decathlon. The gear cable snapped. Unfortunately, I was climbing through a tough terrain. Cable snapped and the chain fell to the cog with the most effort. So it wasn't a good experience. So let's find out how the gear cable can easily be replaced with the tools you have at home. How do you find the gear cable is not working or it came off? You have this which is shifter which is moving very freely and it's not pulling the cable. If you try to shift, you will understand that it's moving very freely. So what is the first thing that you need? You need a new gear cable. You need multi-tool with which you will be able to remove this. We'll try. You've got one Allen key here. You'll have to remove this, the brake lever and the shifter. You can even do it without removing, but I'm taking this out so that it's very easy for you to understand. Just loosening this up, and I'm using this as a tool to pull this away. Okay. If you can use this, you can easily remove here. There are other methods. You can use a spanner, then mallet it to one side, but I find this really helpful. You can just pull it away, and you will have to remove your brake levers. Then you have your shifter. You can do it without removing the shifter, but I recommend it's easy to get things done if you can remove the shifter. The shifter comes off. Okay, I'm not removing this completely. Alright, I'll just keep it to one side. Okay, you have got a screw here, then you've got two screws underneath. For this, I'm taking a regular screwdriver. A Phillips will be more recommended, but I'm taking a normal screwdriver because the screwdriver exactly fits into the screw. I'm just taking this apart. And the screw is gone. Now I'm removing the shifter completely. To come off. Okay. Since the cable snapped, you can see the tip of the cable. You'll have to cut the tip of the cable so that you can easily remove it through the other side. This is your shifter. You have two screws, one here and the other underneath the shifter. You'll have to remove these two screws first. Once these are removed, you'll have to remove this, which is actually a Torx screw. This is not a plus or a minus, it's a Torx. You'll have to use a Torx tool, but since again I don't recommend this doing, but still since I have a screwdriver which exactly fits into the screw type, I'm just using this to remove this shifter. Alright, now I can take this apart. This is the first piece, this is the second piece. The new cable gets inserted into this part and you can pull this away from the other side. This is a new gear cable. You can just take this gear cable through the small slot here around this nylon piece and tuck it inward through the barrel adjuster and pull it away. And you can lock this in place. Okay, and now we'll be able to shift gears. Okay, and now I'm reassembling the shifter, putting the first piece here, second piece here, and I'll screw back all the other pieces. This is the first screw. The Torx screw. Screw that goes inside. There's one more thing that I've got to tell you. The cable that I just inserted is already lubricated with the grease. If you don't have grease at home, you can try Vaseline or petrol and jelly or something, or even good old lubricating oil will do the trick. Once you tighten all these screws, you can just insert the shifter back into place. But you already have your cable halfway through, the old cable. This has to be cut properly. There's one more screw. There's one more screw which goes above. That can also be tightened. I'm not tightening these screws too much. It's just snug tight. You don't want to crack off the plastic piece. Alright. Okay. I can insert the shifter back into place. Now you'll have to cut this extra piece of old cable that's lying there. You can use any kind of cutters. It's an electronic wire cutter. I'm taking this to cut this off. Okay, it's a bit tight. I'll use a slightly bigger bolt cutter to clear this off. You can use a smaller plier if you have any. Once you nip the piece off, it's easy to pull it away. Okay, this is your old cable. Now you have to disconnect your old cable from the bottommost point. This is your derailleur. You can use your multi-tool again to unscrew this and free your old cable. Okay, you have an end cap here which has to be cut again so that the cable easily gets to the other side. You can pull the cable through here. It goes underneath this, which can again be pulled, and there's a spacer here. You can take the spacer apart. Take the spacer apart, keep it aside for future use, and you can remove the old broken piece of cable. Now you can insert your new cable through the shield, push the shield back into place, insert this. You'll have to remove the small piece of cable which is stuck here. This is a piece of your old, let me see. Yeah, it's already there. You can insert your new cable through the shield which is already there, end of the shield which is already there, and push it back into place. Okay. You can use your spacer which is slightly damaged, that's alright. You can insert this. Take this under the sheath through the old inner sheath. Should probably come out through the other end. Yes. You can see that the cable comes out through the other end. And put this back in place. You can insert this through the small opening here, and you can take your inner cable back into place, and now your gear cable will be snug tight. You can route this through the Allen key piece here, and you can tighten this up. For the time being, I am not tightening it too much. You don't want the end to split apart. And you'll have to make sure that you have placed your shifter in the lowest position, or in other words, the gear with the maximum effort. Then you can slightly loosen this up, pull your cable, and then tighten it again. Okay. And now when you try shifting, the cable should be pulled. You can see the change in the derailleur. Okay. And you can tune your gear after you have assembled the whole thing back. So I'll have to insert the brake lever back in position, then the gripper back in position. If this doesn't go in that easily, you can add little dampness of water into your handle, which gets evaporated off. You can exactly place it in the position that you really want. Since this is a specific kind of shifter, you don't want this shifter touching your brake levers, which will hamper your smooth shifting of gears. I'm first tightening this up, then I'm tightening the brake lever. And I'm trying shifting the gears. When you get a look, you'll understand that the derailleurs are shifting properly. Okay. Still the gear cable is loose. I'll have to tighten this barrel adjuster first, so that it gets to the point with least effort. I'm slightly loosening this nut and pulling this brake cable again to the point I can hold, and then tightening it up. The rest of the tightening can be done using this barrel adjuster. A little more effort has to be put in to tighten this up. Okay, this is the maximum limit. The rest can be tightened using the barrel adjuster. Okay. I'm trying shifting it to the next gear. The cable was slightly stuck here, so I had to free it from the cable that was touching the tire. And now I am doing the same old thing that I did earlier. I'm routing this through the small piece here, and I'm tightening it up. Now it's quite a snug fit. You can try shifting gears, which is moving. It needs a little bit more of tension, which I can provide once again by pulling the cable. Okay, I'm tightening it back into position. Now I'll have to tune the gears. Once I have pushed the gear into the lowest cog, I can try rotating the tires. I can try 115, and it's not moving to the 6th gear. Now it's in the 7th gear. I am turning this in the counterclockwise manner so that it tightens up. I'm making 2 full turns. I'm trying this once more, and it shifts. Yeah, it's shifting to the 6th gear. Now we can try the other gears. It's shifting through all the gears. Okay. So that's it. That's how you change your gear cable. There's one more thing that has to be done. If this gets too long, now it's not too long, you can just scrimp this up, and either you can use an end cap or you can solder the tip. I think I'll be able to show that as well. I can cut the tip, and I can take a small piece of solder wire. I can wrap it around the tip, you're using the solder wire so that the end doesn't split off. You can use a little bit of solder paste and set this on fire. and you've got a neat solder joint. So that's pretty much it. That's how you change your gear cable at home. Thanks for watching. Bye.